I feel like Rampage is just kind of getting out of theaters, and now, hey, here we go. We got another Dwayne Johnson movie. So if you were worried about being without one for too long, your troubles can be put to rest. Now we have Skyscraper, which has been advertised, at least by Dwayne Johnson on his various social media accounts, as a film that takes heavy influence from The Towering Inferno and Die Hard. And I haven't seen Towering Inferno, have seen Die Hard. This was certainly not that. I don't think anyone was really expecting that, though. I certainly wasn't. And I can't say that I did enjoy it more than Rampage, so there's that. One of the things where Rampage let me down that Skyscraper delivered on is it was honestly just exactly the film I expected from watching the trailer. I mean, this is an action movie that doesn't do anything new. It's very sort of by the numbers in what it does, but it's executed, I think, very, very well. Dwayne Johnson as this security officer who is detailing this new skyscraper that is going to be the tallest building in the world, and while he's making sure everything is all set, his family is the one family that's staying in the residential area of the skyscraper, which hasn't been open to the public yet. And of course, someone gets in there and they're trying to steal something, so they light a fire and the building's burning down. Dwayne's got to get them all out. You know, fun stuff. It spends a decent amount of the time in the beginning developing the relationship between the family, just enough to kind of get me invested in their safety, which is important throughout the course of the film. And it of course does require a decent amount of buy-in from the audience. I mean, this film is over the top in everything that it does. From the height of the building, to the action sequences, to Dwayne Johnson's continued invulnerability to anything. So you'll have to buy into the family's relationship a little bit, because, you know, they spend like 5 minutes on it and then they're just kind of like, yeah, familial love, woo! But it's acted well, even from the kids, but also from the wife. And Dwayne himself does a good job. And, you know, it sounds weird. Like, yes, it's Dwayne Johnson and he's playing the same type of character you've seen him do before in several of his other films, but, you know, he's good at that character. There's a reason he keeps getting paid a lot of money to come back to those sorts of guys. I found it interesting having Dwayne Johnson with only one leg, because I haven't seen that before in a Dwayne Johnson action movie, and so it was just a little something new that mixed it up compared to his other films, which can be seen as similar. That goes into the action scenes as well. He has to fight with a little bit of a handicap still, of course, somehow doesn't get hurt even through all this stuff, and just machos his way kind of through everything. But, you know, that's what I wanted from this movie, and it delivered on that. It delivered on the right amount of just cheesiness in the dialogue and the story, that I enjoyed it because it met my expectations. You go in just expecting a by the numbers but well executed action film, I think you can have a good time. The jokes hit enough, the serious moments hit enough, even though I don't think they were the highlights of the film, and the action is entertaining enough. You can always see what's going on, and for me, I'm a Dwayne Johnson fan. It's always fun for me to see him kick some guy's butt. So I had a good time, far better than Rampage. And, you know, hey, if you want something to tide you over until Mission Impossible, which I think will blow this out of the water and make me come back and watch this and say, what was I thinking when I enjoyed it? But until then, I think you can have fun for this if you're a fan of the action genre. Outside of that, I don't think it's going to certainly not change your mind about anything.